In my opinion, Jailbreak is a pretty fun game. However, there comes a point when you're just not feeling the game anymore. Maybe you've purchased every single vehicle and you feel there's nothing left to do, or you're tired of grinding seasons. Well, I decided now would be a good time to discuss 5 things you could do if you're feeling bored or tired of Jailbreak. They're not really in any specific order, and you can do them all at the same time. If you have any other ideas, make sure to comment them down below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Before we get into the list, I do want to say that I find it super beneficial to play Jailbreak with friends. If you're somebody who plays Jailbreak by yourself, I think the game becomes a lot more fun if you've got other people to play with. You can grind together, or you can even do challenges against each other. I just want to put it out there. So the first thing you could do if you're getting bored of Jailbreak could be buying and decorating all apartments. The Jailbreak apartments are not cheap. There's a couple of them that cost 1.5 million each. If you've bought all the vehicles and you need something else to grind for, why not grind for all the apartments? If you've bought all the apartments, why not buy all the furnitures? In terms of grinding, I think that will give you a motivation. But after you've bought everything, I think you could focus on designing a cool layout for all 5 houses and apartments. There's limitless possibilities for what you could make. Sometimes you could try out different themes. You could try to model your house after famous IRL houses, or you could just go completely bonkers and place random stuff everywhere. It's totally up to you. Penthouses are a huge sandbox for you to play in. There's so many possibilities, and I think it could be a lot of fun checking out what there is to offer. If apartments aren't really your thing, you could try buying all of the garage items, including the items from safes. That will also take a few extra $1 million, so that'll give you something to do in terms of grinding. And there are now 20 save slots in the garage if you have VIP. Why not try making 20 different and unique vehicle customizations? Just in terms of customization, I think that customizing houses and vehicles will give you a lot to do. For my next tip, try getting your crew really high on the leaderboard. If you want, try getting it to number 1 on the leaderboard. Not only will you get a couple cool items, but practicing crew battles will also allow you to improve your PvP skills. You could try working on becoming a PvP god and becoming a master at Jailbreak combat, and I think crew battles would be an effective way for you to do that. And like I mentioned earlier, if you have a group of friends to play with you, I think doing crew battles would be a lot of fun. Then for my third tip, try becoming super rich and getting all the hyperchromes. If you're the type of person who loves attention and wants to be recognized in every server, having a bunch of J-Bucks would definitely help out a lot. You'd also have enough money to ensure that you don't need to grind whenever there's a new vehicle or expensive item added to the game. I know simply grinding for cash could get boring, so if you want to get a lot of money, why not also try to get all the hyperchromes? The Hypershift is an incredibly rare item, and whoever owns it is a very dedicated person who has basically mastered the game. If you are driven to own everything, then you could try becoming super rich and getting all the hyperchromes. Another thing you could try to do could be to get all the items in the game from trading. The trading aspect of Jailbreak is a beast of its own, with its own rules and economy. You could try jumping into that world, and if you're a collector, why not try to get every single rim, tire, spoiler, you name it. This would probably also take you some time since you need to grind for an equivalent of the item you're trying to get. Trading is a huge part of Jailbreak. It has basically its own community, so you could get involved in that if you're feeling bored of the main game. And lastly, if you're feeling bored of Jailbreak, if you're just not enjoying things, why not play a different game? Sometimes the best thing to do is to just take a break. It doesn't need to be that long. For example, I take a break every time I finish the seasons, so I don't play the game for like 2 weeks. But sometimes if you take a step away from the game for like a few months and you come back, then you'll probably enjoy it a lot more. I took a break from the game for 6 months back in 2020, and when I came back, the game was so much more fun, and I've been playing ever since. There's a lot out there for you to see just on Roblox. There's millions of games you can find. Try checking out what they have to offer. You can do this step even when you're playing Jailbreak and doing all the other things I discussed here. Just take some time every month to take a break from Jailbreak. It will help you avoid getting burnt out. Now, I know a lot of people are afraid that if they take a break, they would be missing out on limited items. They'd miss out on the new season cars. But luckily with trading, you can still get those items. Plus, in my mind, digital cars are less important than your mental health. So that's my final tip to people who are getting bored of Jailbreak. Well, that's going to conclude this video discussing things you can do if you're getting bored of Jailbreak. What do you think of my suggestions? Do you have any suggestions of your own? Make sure to comment all your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate if you like and subscribe. I really hope to see you around in future Jailbreak videos. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day or night.